Welcome to Weekly Chats with Alorelai. It's been a while since we have done an episode. It's actually probably been a couple months because I've been a little bit busy. Plus, I've also been trying to figure out the audio situation, the video situation, and now, because how I'm doing it, I can do it video. So if you guys want it video, or do you want it like I've been doing it with like the thumbnail as like the entire way through, let me know down in the comments down below. But it has been, like I said, quite some time since I have done this, so let's get into it and let's do some updates. So first update is when I was actually starting this, I was so it's been 3 months since I posted another video, or 2 months that I posted another video. Anyway, but let's just go ahead and talk about it. So I've actually got better audio quality, so let's hope that works. But again, anyway, it's also very windy outside, and schools in my area were closing. Mine sadly did not because we had finals, which understandable. But we have finals like 3 days, and it just doesn't make sense why we have like finals. Like it makes, okay, let me rephrase this. Why can't we have it to where last year we had like 2 days? So one day we had 3 finals, and the next day we had 2, and then we were done. To whereas this time we are having literally like 2 finals, 1 final. Like it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, it is very, very windy outside, and you know there's people on those social medias or those that mom that goes, this is what I do in case of like a hurricane or in a very bad storm, and it's like, to keep my kid safe, and you're putting a band-aid on your kid. How is that going to keep your kid safe? And there's like no number, there's like no nothing on it, or you're putting like a coin in water. Just does not make sense. Just does not make sense at all. Just does not. But anyway, it's very, very windy, and there's also been reports that there's going to be like a blackout or outage or something because of the winds. So there's that, but I still have to go and do my final tomorrow. I don't want to do it. Anyway, but what we're going to talk about in today's video, or in today's episode, today's episode is going to be some old news, some not so old news, some new news, some whatever, I don't know. But let's get into it with the Spotify wrap up, because I don't know, people like talk about that, and I just want to share mine. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and go to Spotify, because I can't remember actually off the top of my head what my Spotify wrap up was. Oh, and also what's really, really cool about that is also YouTube did a wrap up. So y'all, just yeah. Anyway, so for Spotify, I got into here. So my listening count was 2,012 minutes, and that's basically 0.7 days. And then see itself. So my top genres were soft music, or soft pop, Christmas, soundtrack, and country hip hop, and pop soul. My listening age was 82. I don't know if I like that or not. I know younger me would be going, yeah, she got an older age, but for me, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Anyway, my top song was Cowboys Nation by Mr. Chip. But here's the thing, just also keep in mind, guys, I only had Spotify for like a little bit of time this week, this month, this year. So there's that. Hopefully next year will be Taylor Swift. Okay. Anyway, so we have Cowboys Nation for the top song by Mr. Chip. I love that one. Again, I've forgotten to like the Cowboy song because I love the Dallas Cowboys. Let It Snow. You Can Look But You Can't Touch is basically Nikki Bella's theme song, and Nikki Bella's back, so I had to listen to that. Y'all, we need to get into WWE later on. We're going to get later on in this episode. Then Daylight by David Kushner, and at the very bottom is Ready For It by Taylor Swift, which, by the way, Taylor Swift should not be at the very bottom. It should be like at the top, but whatever. Anyway, my number 1 album was Life of a Showgirl. I actually did like this album. My mom has played it a teeny tiny bit too much, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, whatever. Let's see. My top artist was Taylor Swift. Of course, had to be Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter was my second, David Kushner, WWE, and then Michael Bublé. And then Taylor Swift did her little message, which is so cute, and I loved it. Anyway, but that was my Spotify wrap. Now, the house is shaking. That's the wind. And also, if you hear any noise like coming from the outside of my room, that is my kitty cat. We did get a cat. We got a cat, guys. His name is Crookshanks. He has an Instagram too, so if you want to go over there and support him, he has an Instagram. Also, guys, if you want to see me on other social medias, I have a regular channel here on YouTube. It's called Sheer Nerd. Hopefully we can get my dad here later, sooner, or in a couple years. It can be changed. It's probably gonna be changed to Alorelai. Let's hope we can do that here. That is like my name that I want for social media and all that stuff. And then for Instagram, I have an Instagram. It's Dan Sheer Nerd. Hopefully, maybe I can change it to Alexis Lola. I'm not quite sure if I'll do that. And then I have a Bookstagram, which is a Lorelai Reads. Now, here's the thing. On both my Instagram and my YouTube, so my main Instagram and my main YouTube channel, I have so many things going on there to where I talk about the Dallas Cowboys, which here I've talked about the Dallas Cowboys. And can we talk about that? The fact that they're just not going to the playoffs. Dak Prescott deserves an MVP. I don't care what you say. He deserves an MVP. He deserves an MVP. He just deserves it. I'm about to expose myself, but can someone please explain to me why when I am home alone or go downstairs, instead of using actual lights and turning them on, I actually just use my phone flashlight? Am I the only one who did this? Because I need to confirm that I'm not the only one who does this. Let's talk about a couple things. So, when the last time I left you guys off, it was 2 months ago, so October, I think, and Stranger Things did not come out yet, and Welcome to Derry, I think, came out, and I think I was like, maybe talk about it, but by the way, I probably didn't, but anyway, that was, the first couple episodes of this podcast, I was talking so much about the Dallas Cowboys, and yes, I know I just said that I cannot believe they got out of the, why are they not in the playoffs? They deserve the playoffs. We deserve a Super Bowl win. Anyway, we've waited long enough. Anyway, though, NFL, can we make that happen like you did with the Chiefs? You made the Chiefs win, so let's do it with the Cowboys, please. Anyway, at least the Chiefs got out before the Cowboys, so there's that. We did good there. But anyway, let's just talk about Welcome to Derry. So that was a TV show that came out on HBO, if you haven't seen it, and there are going to be spoilers in today's episode of Welcome to Derry, Stranger Things. So if you haven't watched both of those shows, maybe go watch those shows and then come back to this episode and you can hear my thoughts and opinions on them. But first off, let's talk about Welcome to Derry. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Yes, it was more scarier than and It Chapter 2. Those were just little cute, little not so scary things. And then Welcome to Derry, that was scary. It's Pennywise was I need to turn my scary scale down. That was scary. Actually, it wasn't that scary, okay? It was scary, okay? It was very traumatizing. But the theme song hit good for that one. Welcome to Derry's theme song hit amazing. I do have to say, though, I feel the end of it, the first episode, or the first season, came to a very, very, very fast ending. I feel it was very, very fast. But anyway, I still liked it. I know that my dad thought this was lame, but I thought it was cool, actually, honestly, because we all knew that Marge was Richie's mother. If you don't know who Richie is, he basically is one of the kids who Finn Wolfhard plays in It. So in the 2017 one, so there's that, And it's always something very interesting is I always say, if we met Finn Wolfhard, what am I gonna get son? am I going to get signed to Richie? Am I going to get signed to someone from Ghostbusters? I don't really like Ghostbusters, so I don't think I'm going to do the Ghostbusters. But he's in my two favorite things. Stranger Things and It. He's in my two favorites. So if I ever meet him, because I met so many famous celebrities, I don't know. I don't know who I would pick for that one. I just don't know. So I don't know what I'd pick. I probably would pick It. I think I'd probably pick Stranger Things, but I don't know. That one was very tough. But anyway, basically, it was really cool because we all knew that. But I really did at the end, it was basically I thought that was really cool at the end. I do have to say, there's one little plot hole that I have to say here. And I know that what was that? I wish y'all could just see I have to see my cat's getting up too. My cat's here, so here's the purring. Anyway, so we're going to talk about It Welcome to Derry again. Where did we leave off of? So I know we left off of Richie, Marge. Oh, I have to say, I really do like that scene when Pennywise is showing Marge, do you recognize your blood? I don't know why I like the scene. But now, okay. So, I don't know where we left off, but I'm my cat now, so here's the purring. You want to hear the purring? That was my kitty cat being a little annoyed that I'm holding him. But, there's the little scary things. I'm a little scared. You need to protect me. Anyway, what am I saying? So, I know we left off with Richie and Marge, and when Pennywise took Marge into the fog, I thought it was really, I really did like that part. And I really liked that it was confirmed. But I do feel bad, and I think it's really cool that Marge named Rich E after Rich, which was really, really cool. I do have to say, I'm really happy. I'm really sad that they didn't have full they didn't have a long time together, which I think was really, really sad. And I wish they got their little Halloween date. But there's that. I also did get a little annoyed. The people are 6th graders in the show, and they already had the first kiss. Bruh. And I'm 16, and I haven't on. So we need to fix that. We need to fix that right now. Also, am I also the only one who's noticed anytime they talk, they just sound so out of breath? For me, I think it's because I say a sentence really long, and then I just can't hold my breath. Also, because I've been trying to chase this one around. Wait, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, also, in It Welcome to Derry, I also do have to say, I was really kind of thinking that more of the kids were going to die. We all knew Marge wasn't going to die. And I do have to say, okay, this is the thing I was saying. One of the big plot holes was the fact that I know that it was written way after the show, or way after the whatever it's called. Why can't I nothing? Oh, after It, the 2017 one. But I do have to say, one of the plot holes is Marge's eye is missing. One of Marge's eyes missing. So what happened to the eye? How did she just magically get her eye back is my big question, because there's that. And also when you see a clip of her in It, she's not wearing glasses. So what happened to the glasses? I know I'm guessing there's context at the time, but still, where are these things? Okay, where's these plot holes that we are? Okay, you can believe those. But where is the plot hole? That's just one of my biggest things that I have a question with. But anyway, so we all knew Marge wasn't gonna die. We also knew that Will, and what's her name? Why can't I think of her name? The other girl, the one that with her dad. I forget her name. Let me look it up. It Welcome to Derry cast. What? It Welcome to Derry characters. So, I can't remember.
Here are all the characters in Welcome to Derry that are related to people in it. Major Leroy Hanlon and Charlotte Hanlon are Mike's grandparents, which means that Will Hanlon is Mike's dad, who ends up dying in the house fire. If they end up showing that scene in Welcome to Derry, that will kill me, because right now Will's one of my favorite characters in the show. Then there's Teddy Urs, who's only in the...
I don't remember her name. What is her name?
Okay, I think we should talk a little bit about episode 7, because that was a long...
I'm getting like very what? What is her name, y'all? I'm just trying to figure out her name. Trying to figure out these people's names, y'all. Like, one is Lily. And Lily, I kind of like think it would be really cool. So at the end, like the very, very last episode, like the very last scene of it, when like you see Beverly Marsh, and her mom died in Juniper Hill, which is where Lily went all along, but I don't think it was Lily Marsh. I didn't quite catch the name, but I think that would have been like really, really more fitting if it was like Lily. But I also do see her like leaving because of all the things that has happened. But who was it? Why can I not think about her name? Oh, I forget her name. I think it's going to come up to me and it's going to randomly blurt out in this episode. But anyway, that was it. Again, I do have to say, episode 7, like the last final episode, I definitely cried at the funeral. It was really, really sad. And then, of course, my dad had made a comment because the day prior, John Cena retired. And y'all, I cannot believe my childhood has officially come to an end. John Cena's done. John Cena retired. We all knew. Now, here's the thing. My dad did kind of say, like, John Cena's going to go the traditional way and go on his back or whatever it's called. And I was kind of, like, sad on the way how that match ended. I think it was very... I think it would have been better if he lost in more of a bigger way and went out in such a big way to where that match was, like, that kind of match was kind of sad. I'm sorry. Like, it was a good-ish match, but I still think it was really, really sad. But, anyway, I cannot believe John Cena is retired. We all know he's not done with WWE. Like, he probably is going to make a couple appearances here and there like The Undertaker has. Or maybe he might go backstage. I'm not quite sure. But it really is sad that he retired, and I'm really, really sad. So I did definitely cry. John Cena's made me cry 2 times this year. The beginning was in July when I met him at Comic-Con, and it was really, really sad. Like, I literally cried in front of people, and I don't like crying in front of people. I'll definitely say this. My crying face is worse than Kim Kardashian's. And if y'all know Kim Kardashian's crying face, it's worse. Okay, I just don't like crying in front of people. So that was really sad, and I did cry. It was really sad. John Cena retired, and just like my childhood is like kind of, it's like, to me that also is like kind of sad because it kind of means that my childhood is coming to an end. And that's just like really kind of sad to think about. Like, I do really want to be an adult. I want to live on my own, and I do want to do all the, like, I want to accomplish my goals and my dreams, but at the end of the day, it's like really sad that I'm going to become an adult in like 2 years. That's like really crazy. Like, next year in 2026 is going to be my last year as a kid, which is really, really sad. But I was thinking about on my main channel to do this series of doing things for the last time as a kid, and like kind of going a little too more like, I don't know. If you want to see that video, if you want to see that series, comment down below. And make sure if you aren't subscribed to there already, make sure you go subscribe there. And then also subscribe here as well, because you're going to get, hopefully, weekly chats. Normally with this schedule, I don't have like a specific schedule. I hope to get an episode up once a week. It just depends on the week. It depends on when I can film it. And as you guys can tell, I've been very, 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 very busy. And there's that. But let's talk about Stranger Things Volume 1. I will say that I really did like Volume 1. I do have to say what they did with Max, though, kind of was lame. Kind of kind of lame. Now, I did hear that there's going to be an episode that is all around Max, so hopefully she gets out. I do have to say, she could have already been out of there if she didn't stand that long looking at Lucas and didn't run that slow. We all know she's not, you know how she be a track star, but come on, you gotta pick up the pace here a little bit. Like, I would be darting. I wouldn't have stayed there and stalled that long if I knew I could get out. Like, I would have darted. But, y'all, that's just me. That's just, oh my lord. Anyway, but I think what they did with Max was kind of silly. I think what I would have, like, I was kind of hoping that Max would have, like, powers, and she'd come in and, you know, it'd be like, oh, I have powers now, instead of, like, oh, hi, Holly, I'm gonna help you. Like, I just thought that was kind of, like, silly, but that's just, it's just, that was very, okay. Also, I do have to say, I feel bad for Will because he had the most traumatizing experience in the world, while Holly has, like, the best experience. Like, she's, like, pampered, things, like, are given, like, she has, like, she's not tormented by the Demogorgon. She's, like, living in the Krill's house, which I think is really, really interesting. I do have to say, for some reason, season 5 of Stranger Things so far, like, does not feel like Stranger Things. Like, it feels like I'm watching a new show that's, like, evolved around Stranger Things, but it just does not feel like Stranger Things. Also, I love the Gatorade collab they did. Basically, because I like love Gatorade. I play sports, you know. Gatorade's like one of the main things. But it was really cool because you got characters on your Gatorade bottles, and I thought that was really, really cool, and I like that. So there's that. I think we got all the characters, but I'm sad that it like came to an end. Like, I really hope they would continue it on through like the entire volume. It was really sad. But anyway, there's that. See Stranger Things. I can't wait for I cannot wait for volume 2, which is in a week, y'all. I cannot believe it's in a week. Like, bro. Also, Netflix, can we please stop? Like, if you want us to wait, release an episode a week. Please, because I'm getting really annoyed with getting a chunk and then getting a chunk and then not. Then, like, waiting. Like, I just don't like that. So please, Netflix, stop. Please stop. Please stop that. Okay, please stop this. Please. Just please. Because just please stop. Anyway. Also, I will not be seeing the final episode in theaters. Because if y'all know, the final episode is in theaters. So I just will not be seeing that in theaters. I don't want to, because I don't want to go to a theater. And I don't want to. The thing about it is, I'm not one of those people when I watch a show, like, I have a reaction silently. I don't have it outwardly, and I don't need to talk through the entire thing. And I just don't hear that. I don't want to hear people go, I was so right. Oh my God, they shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't want to do that. I've not seen that. I know it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm just not going to do that. Okay, I'm just not gonna do that. Okay, so let's talk about reading now. Basically on the concept of reading in books. If you don't know, The Housemaid by Fred McFadden got adapted into a movie and is coming out this Friday. I don't know when this episode's going to be up, so it's either already going to be out or not. And I want to go see it so bad, and no one's going to go with me. Like, no one's coming with me. No one's going with me to watch The Housemaid by Fred McFadden. Like, I want to watch it so bad, but I cannot wait to watch it. I actually love the book so much. I actually gave it 5 stars. I love the book. Like, the book was so good, and I just cannot wait to see what they did in the movie. Also, I've been in somewhat of a reading slump. I've been trying to read The 7-Year Slip. I'm not liking it, so I might need, like, a wait on that one for a little bit. I did end up DNFing one book this year. Yeah, that was a fun one. But I don't know what else, like, the thing about it is, for me in reading, is I just don't know. I have no videos I'm filming for, no whatever. I can hopefully next year I can read it. I want to read it so bad. Like, I want to read it so bad. Like, I just think it'd be so cool. Anyway. Oh, and I just forgot to say that I was gonna do a YouTube wrap. So here's my YouTube wrap. I didn't do that. Okay, anyway. So for the YouTube wrap, it basically, what's really cool about it is you have what like content you watched that year, and then you also have like music as well. So I think it's really cool. So we have both, and let's go ahead and see what both is in a minute. Let me just like get to it real fast. Okay. So, okay. So my topic that were interest for me were dance moms. Oh, okay. Dance mom recaps, NFL game analysis, WWE backstage stories, book recommendations, and family travel vlogs. I watched over 1,301 channels this year. I don't know if I believe that, but there's that. My top channels were Jess Fam at number 1. I do have to say though, she is my favorite. She's my comfort YouTuber. And here's the thing, I actually watch her to like basically follow along with her kids, because Lilia is like around her oldest. Lilia is like around the same age as me, and then Kyson and Kaden as well. I think also because Kyson and Kaden is because they do sports, and I think it's like really cool to like see them do their sports and see how good they do in their sports. So I basically watch that, but she's a comfort YouTuber for me. She helped me go through a tough time, and I know I can't believe I'm saying that, but she went through a tough time. She helped me go through a tough time, and I do have to say though, she is an amazing. She like never complains. She's like very rarely a complainer. Like sometimes she'll complain, but she's very rarely a complainer, and I just love her content. It's so uplifting, and especially her Disney stuff, which is most of the stuff that I watch from her. Absolutely love, just absolutely love. But anyway, she was like my top one. Again, if I have a bad day, like you're gonna see her on. Also, fun fact, my very first YouTube video, you can see her. So it's basically my first YouTube video, Clean With Me. I'll have the link in the description below. And it basically, you actually see Jess Fam while I clean. Like I'll just like stop there, pause for a little bit and like watch her. Anyway, there's that. And then my second one is Taylor Swift, then Sarah Caroli, Destiny Sidwell, who are both Booktube authors, or not authors, Booktube creators, and then we have Bookmarked with Sarah and Des, which I'm sad that they're just like taking a break. Anyway, I was actually in the top 1% of viewers for top 0.1% of viewers for Jess Fam. So I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know. So I showed a lot of sides to me apparently this year. I did Social Butterfly, Dance Moms, Celebrity News, and Pop Music. What else? Sports Fanatic. I did NFL highlights, WWE events, and Super Sports News. Creative Mind. So this seemed all of this was for school. But anyway, so basic sides were Social Butterfly, Sports Fanatic, and a Creative Mind, which kind of checks out for the Sports Fanatic. But anyway, now let's go into if I can go through. Also, what's very interesting is they also said here for 2025, for like 2025, one of my top channels watched was Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I have to say though, for some reason, for the year, I always have, every year I always have, like, kind of, like, I always, like, watch the Kardashians. It's very, very weird, and I also think for me it's because I want that lifestyle, if that makes sense, or, like, the kind of wealth like that. That's what I would like, okay? So, there's that. Anyways, now we're going to go on to my songs. So, on YouTube, my top songs were, Total Top of the World, August, King of My Heart, Ready For It, and I Think He Knows. My top artists were Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Dave Kushner, and Luke Combs. And then basically my reward is most likely to find the best snacks for the movie marathon with your friends. And then that's basically it. So it's really cool that YouTube does a wrap now, and they do it where like your content create like who you watch the most, which I think is really, really cool. So that was, I really do like that. I do have to say, I wish they did it with like also content where I feel like you create on like, oh, this is like what you did and stuff like that. So I wish I could do that, but that did not end up happening. So yes. Anyway, let's see. Okay, y'all, let's just talk about schools and finals because finals. I'm not ready for it. Not ready for finals. I'm also not ready for next semester. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I am happy that we're done with the first semester of sophomore year. I'm really excited about that. And then, I don't know, for me, and I know I can't believe I'm going to say this, and people are going to say, you're going to regret saying this. I'll tell you, there's probably going to be nowhere on the internet when I'm older that you're going to hear me regret saying that I want to be an adult. I want to be an adult for reasons of I want to make my own money. Not like I can't now, but I want to do it where I don't have to get my dad involved, if that makes sense, because that just takes so much longer when I have to get my dad involved, because for me, I would just do it like right then and there, to whereas my dad, he has to, work to do his other things going on, and then it's like when he has time, and then when he thinks about it, it's a lot. So I just want to be able to do what I want like now, if that makes sense. And I'm done waiting, I'm done waiting to start my career. I'm done waiting for all that stuff. Like, I just want it now, and I've been trying to do that with my YouTube. I've been trying to, like, take it more seriously, and I've noticed through when I have breaks and when I have whatever, I truly do start thinking about, I do more content, I do more stuff like that, again, because, I have time for that, and I just, like, want to do that. I want to try to build this business up here, but anyway, there's that. We also tried a new microphone today. It's like a very like hefty duty. It's like it's definitely a what's it called? It's definitely like a podcast one, so it's really, really cool. Like it, I love it so much. I've liked it so much. So we'll see how the quality goes for it. I did use it for a couple videos, just like as like background sound. So there's that. I've also realized I've like stopped using microphones on my videos, which is kind of weird that I've done that, but yeah, there's that. But it seems like that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and don't forget to follow along so you don't miss weekly chats with Alorelai. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please have a good night, or today's episode. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, wherever you're listening, and goodbye. Why did I say it like in that? Why did I say it in the cat voice?